Hey guys, I wanted to share with you the three main reasons you may be experiencing overwhelm and ways to solve them. Have you figured out what's causing you to feel overwhelmed in your own life, and have you figured out a strategy to solve it so that it doesn't happen as often? I could gauge my level of overwhelm by how well I'd be able to navigate a Walmart shopping trip that day. So, overwhelm and feelings of overwhelm are pretty normal these days. Everybody is experiencing overwhelm in one area or another of their lives, and some people have identified it and are able to manage that and figure out how to solve it effectively for themselves. And some of us are still trying to figure out what even the source of the overwhelm is, much less a strategy to be able to solve it. But the overwhelm, the feelings of overwhelm, and the difficulty in navigating it, that's all normal. It's happening with everybody right now. So, if you are experiencing overwhelm in your life, the first thing I want to say is stop beating yourself up about it. It's normal. Everybody's experiencing it, and it doesn't make it any easier on yourself to think that you should be able to be managing everything better and you're not, and that there's something wrong with you for not being able to manage everything on your plate. I experience overwhelm on a pretty regular basis with everything that I've got going on. And I've identified three areas that will cause me to feel overwhelmed if I'm not managing them well myself. I like to take extreme ownership over my own time, my own energy, my own body, because I'm in charge of stewarding those. And so when I can see where there are areas where I can step up and take more ownership, even if it's baby steps over time, and start to take more ground in those areas in order to feel like I am stewarding those areas well, I really like to do that, and I want to share those strategies with you. So the first area that will cause me to feel overwhelmed is in my time management. And what that looks like a lot of times for me, and tell me if you can relate to this, is I overestimate how long things will take. So I'll have my schedule and my to-do list for the day, and at the beginning of the day, I will feel like I can accomplish all of these things that are on this list because I should have enough time to do them all. And so I will put way more things on there than I can accomplish in one day. Now, where this gets overwhelming is when I start to think that all of them are urgent and important. And the truth is, not everything on that list for the day has to be done that day. There are things on the list that are urgent, that are important, and that have to be done that day, but not everything has to be done that day. So to solve that, what I do is I take a look at that list for that day, and I really determine what things are urgent, what things are important, and the things that are the most urgent and the most important, those are the things that I'm going to target for that day. The rest of the stuff that really can wait, although I may want to get them done that day, and it's possible I can get them done that day, often I have to move those to the next day. And that's okay because I only have 24 hours in a day, and I like to get about 7.5 hours of sleep at night and also have some time for rest and fun and self-care. So all of those things are priorities, and then I need to determine what things today that are on my list for today are the most urgent and important. And those are the things that I'm going to focus on as my top priorities for the day. Everything else can wait. The second thing that can cause me to feel overwhelmed in my life is when I'm not setting good boundaries around my own time. My time belongs to me, and when you are part of a family or if you are in a work environment, a lot of times people will tend to pull on your time. But you are in charge of your time. You're not helpless in the situation that you're in, and you get to determine how you spend your time. Now, other people's emergencies aren't necessarily your emergencies. If it's a result of their poor planning, you may extend the grace to help them if you have the time to do that. But otherwise, you can value your own time enough to determine whether or not the things that other people are pulling on you about are urgent in that moment. And if they're not, it is okay for you to say, no, I can't do that right now, or give them a time that you'll be able to address the issue that they're bringing to you. But right now you're focused on this, or today this is what you have planned, and that's okay. It's okay for you to set boundaries around your own time. Your time is valuable. Changing your mindset around your time being valuable to you, and also for the work that you're putting into whatever projects you're working on, is going to help you to learn how to value yourself, and also to teach other people around you to respect you and your time, and to hopefully even start treating you with respect regarding your time, because you teach the people around you how to treat you based on how well you're valuing yourself. So that's number 2. Third thing that might make me feel overwhelmed is when I'm not managing my energy well enough. This would be energy management. You only have a limited amount of energy every day: emotional energy, creative energy, physical energy. And if you have other things going on in your life that is draining that energy from you, you're going to have less that you can put towards your regular to-do list items that maybe you would normally be able to accomplish. So when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I look at these 3 things. I look at my time management, whether or not I'm prioritizing what's really important. I look at the boundaries that I'm setting, whether or not I'm valuing my own time. And I look at my energy management. Do I have other things going on right now that are causing me to feel emotionally drained in general? And then what I do is, if I can determine that there are areas that need tweaking, I try to focus on steps in those specific areas. So if you resonate with any of those areas that may be causing you to feel overwhelmed, don't pile on more shame on yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's completely normal, and everybody experiences overwhelm in all of these areas. It's a learning process. Let me know in the comments below if any of those areas resonated with you, and also let me know what strategies work for you in order to overcome overwhelm. I happen to have a tool that helps you keep track of your time, your energy, your self-care, and even journal, and that is the Put Your Faith in Action Planner. The Put Your Faith in Action Planner Daybreak version allows you to keep track of your self-care, to organize your days and prioritize your tasks, and also has space for you to write your thoughts. You can get your own Put Your Faith in Action Planner on Amazon by typing in putyourfaithinaction.com. I keep them affordable on purpose, so there's no more excuses. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.